Whether you are moving, looking for a life change, or just because you fucked it all up, sometimes you need a new group of friends, and I've been there in all three of those circumstances. I'll tell you about a time when I was 21, and it was the latter of those circumstances. This is a time when I fucked it all up. I remember specifically one night of me getting out of my classes because I was in college, and I could not get out of bed. I physically could not bring myself to do it, and I was sobbing into my pillow. And this was the moment when I realized that it never fucking stops. That all of the poor mental health that I had been having, it doesn't go away when I go into bed. It doesn't go away anymore when I get under the covers, when I put my face in a pillow. That crutch isn't helping me anymore. I realized I couldn't run from being lonely. I couldn't run from feeling like all of these intrusive thoughts were taking over. Right? For a while it had worked because I'd been going to classes each day and I was still surrounded by people every day, right? Went to Starbucks, I went to the gym, going to class, but I still felt so fucking alone that every time I came home, it would be so hard and I would just be in bed for hours at a time. But this specific night, I just thought about getting out of bed and going to class the next morning and it felt fucking impossible. And I was battling some fucking demons at that time, but it was all on me, right? Because I had over-invested into a relationship, and I love this girl, right? I love this girl so much, but for 2.5 years, she was everything. She was the only person I really talked to, so when I ended things, all the friends that I no longer talked to from freshman year, right, weren't really my homies anymore. All the mutual friends that I'd made through that relationship, right, they weren't really my homies now, because I had broken things off, right? So I looked around me and I realized the only person I could really talk to was my therapist. And like I laugh now looking back at it because it was honestly because I'm uncomfortable and it's straight up, and I don't take it's difficult sometimes for me to be 100% authentic about this kind of thing. So my natural way of getting around that is by laughing. But I'm trying to be honest and authentic with you right now and tell you that really shitty story because I failed to make a friend group my senior year in college. And I learned how important it is to create those skills, to be able to do it again and again. Because even though I was surrounded by people, I was so fucking alone. When you change these social groups, right, there's always going to be a period of loneliness in the in-between. If you're moving, if some life event happens, there's always that little period. But what I did is I would extend that period for months, even years. And it wasn't the first time I'd done it either. I struggled like that through high school too. Since then, I have made friend groups reliably over and over again into the different places I've moved, different situations I've been in. I've moved 3 or 4 different places now within the past year or two. Each time, I've been able to go and make a solid group of friends. I spent way too long in that dark place, and that's somewhere that I never want you to be. And if you already are there, I'm going to help lead you out. If you don't already know who I am, my name is Grenoble, and I'm creating a gang of like-minded young men, no longer settling for the monotony and the depression, living a life with average social skills. And if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, hit subscribe right now. Our goal by the end of 2024 is to create 5,000 social celebrities, not just people who have one more friend, not just people who have an okay friend group, but social fucking celebrities, bro, social leaders. And I hope that you're going to be one of them. I'm about to teach you these steps of leveling up your friend groups from fucking nothing so that you can have the kind of friend group that you only see in movies. I'm going to explain this to you in levels because for people who grew up with video games like you and me, it makes it a lot easier. It makes it fucking click. And what I'm about to put right here is going to be your game plan. So for each of these levels, I want you to fill this out, stick it up on your wall, either as a sticky note or a piece of paper with tape, bro. I want you to go through it and mark off all of the objectives in each level because this means that you are progressing. Not only is it going to remind you to help build your friendship group, it's going to give you exact steps on how to do it. Level 1 is going to be building immediate community. What this means is you're going to go outside as much as possible. That's your goal, because right now, if your social skills are rusty, bro, if it's been a while since you've been out making friends, if you're lonely on a day-to-day basis, it's because you aren't fucking outside. I'm telling you, people who go outside on a daily basis and talk to people are not lonely. So your main goal is just go outside and speak to someone. You can do this by putting parts of your day that you're already doing out in public. Instead of working or doing homework in your room, you can go to a coffee shop. Huge hack too is go on a fucking walk. Not only does this have incredible benefits for your brain, but also it's the perfect excuse to go out and just say fucking hi to people, right? There are going to be other people going on walks too. Just say, hey, what's up? The boss of this level is going to be getting outside no matter how you feel, because if it's been a while, your intrusive thoughts are going to fuck you up, bro. Your anxiety is going to fucking come for you with a knife, right? Because you're going to go outside, you're going to have that immediate thought, and then all of these excuses are going to pile into your brain saying, no, it'd be so much easier just to stay inside. Or I have this other thing that I need to do inside anyway. It'll be so much easier on my day if I just don't go out. Maybe you're even at a bad enough point that I was, where I was getting thoughts of, these people hate me. They don't want to say hi to me anyway. I'm gonna make a fool of myself if I go outside. When in reality, bro, rationally, you know that's not true. Other people don't fucking hate you. But it's your subconscious and your emotion that keeps bringing this up, right? You have to act despite this fear. You have to act despite all of this bullshit that your mind is giving you. No matter how you feel, take that step, go outside. Your weapon, what you were going to use to defeat this boss, right, is going to be 3 things: smile, eye contact, and hi. That is it, bro. That's it. That is the first step on making connections, right? Just seeming like a friendly guy, like you're attentive, and saying what's up. If it just stays at that, if you just say hi and that's it, that's cool, bro. That's 100% cool. You were marked off from the day. But I'll tell you, most of the time, it's going to keep going from there, because one of the 2 of you are going to start a conversation, right? It's probably going to be you, because you're on the social skills journey. So you might as well take that next step. And when you first start this, it's going to feel so fucking unnatural. Do it anyway. The only way that this is going to start to become something that's natural, something that comes easy to you, is if you practice while it's still hard. Because I promise you, bro, after a week of hitting half the days, and then the next week you hit every single day, it's going to feel like nothing. Like, of course I can do it. I did it yesterday. I did it the day before that. Of course I can do it again today. And the reason we're doing this, the reward that you get out of beating this level, is connecting with the community. Right? We as humans have this innate need to have a community around us, to feel like we're some sort of tribe. So you're going to get a huge mental health boost as soon as you do this, as soon as you start talking to people, getting to know your neighbors, knowing the people around you, knowing your coworkers, the people you're at school with, bro. This is one of the hugest steps that you can take to start to just feel better on a day-to-day basis. And it doesn't have to be people that you think you're going to 100% vibe with either, right? Talk to old people, talk to kids if you see them out and about, bro. Talk to people who you don't think your beliefs will necessarily align with, right? Because when you do this, you get a wide variety of perspectives. You also get practice in. It's literally just practice for all the moments that really are going to fucking matter. And I want you to go through level 1, even if you don't think you need it, right? If you think you're past it, bro, do it anyway, because 1, either you're going to make more connections in your immediate area, or 2, it's an easy win for you and you create momentum. Going into level 2 is going to be fucking cake after that. So start with level 1, write that down right now, put that up on your wall. That is your immediate goal. Level 2 is breaking into your scene. So there are 2 different kinds of places that you can go to socially. There's survive and then there's thrive places, right? So in your survive section, you have places that kind of drain you to be around. Honestly, bro, a survive place for me is something like art museums. I like art, honestly, but I don't, man, just the atmosphere of being in there and like having to be quiet and like everyone feeling a little bit pretentious about shit. Like that's not, I'm a man of the people. I'm a little boisterous. So I like being in places where I can do that. So I really like going to house parties. I really like going to concerts. Those are my thrive places, because your thrive places are places that feel like it's really easy to be there. You get energy from being in these places. And even if you think you're an introvert, bro, which you're probably not, but even if you think you are, there are these thrive places, right? If you think hard enough, you're going to think to times and events and places where you feel like you are the top fucking dog, where you are so energized just to be somewhere. The whole point of this level is to start investing more time into these places. A lot of the time, it revolves around something you are competent at, really interested in, or something that matches your personality, right? So these are going to be clubs, sports, hobbies that you really enjoy. Where are the places people go to enthuse about these things? I want you to go to one of these places where you all have one common goal around. Maybe it's fucking soccer, bro. Maybe you love soccer. That's an easy one. Everyone has the same goal of beating the other team. Wherever it is, you're going to show up to this place and you're going to find people with similar personality traits to you. These people are going to be incredibly easy to connect with because they have a lot of similar life experiences. You're going to have a lot in common, and it's going to be easy to open up with these people too, because they fucking get you. And eventually you're going to be able to meet and open up with anyone, but right now, focus on the people who it's easiest and the most rewarding to do it with. But soon you're going to realize that everyone has a lot in common, because despite circumstance, we all go through the same emotional experiences. At this level, you're going to find one place where you can have a regular social hobby, meaning you are interacting with people all doing the same thing. At this event, I want you to meet every single person. Use that same skill we just had of walking up and saying hi to say hi, and the next step, introduce yourself. You can literally steal my line of, hey, I haven't met you yet, I'm Luke. The last goal here is getting contacts, right? I want you to get the contacts of 5 people. And the boss of overcoming this level is going to be having genuine interest in other people. If you were already coming up with excuses like I'm an introvert, I don't really care about other people, I just don't like to talk to people, I'm just not that kind of guy. Bro, come on. I used to think these things too, honestly. I just thought I wasn't a people person until I realized the reason I'm having these pains, the reason I'm feeling this way is because I'm a people person. We are all wired to want to make connections and give and receive love, right? Part of that is having genuine interest in other people. There are things that you are interested in. There are things that other people do that are really fucking interesting to you. You have to find those things. Some people are going to be easier than others to find those things, but every single person has at least something that you can be interested in them. Your weapons this level for getting there, one is open questions, meaning you are going to ask open-ended questions, not stuff that can be answered with yes or no, but something that takes a story, something that takes explanation to get to the thing that you are fucking interested in. Maybe you're going roller skating because that's your thing, bro, and you find this one person who's an incredible skater. Ask them, bro, what made you so driven to get here, bro? You were incredible. How long did it take? Ask the shit that you're genuinely interested in. And then whenever you want to move on to the next person, whenever you're done with this conversation, steal my exact line of just saying, before I forget, let me grab your contact. You don't need any more context, any more explanation than that, bro. It's not fucking weird to get somebody's contact, right? You are networking now, you're meeting people, you're making friends. The reward for getting through this level, the biggest one is psychological air, right? You're going to have people around you now who you can open up to, and you can get that weight off your chest. Right? If you're really struggling with something, you can tell someone about it because now you're starting to have closer friends around you. Now you have contacts, people you can call up and say, hey, let's go get brunch at this thing. So now you have your immediate community and you're starting to have more deeper connections around you. Next is level 3. This is building your circle. You're starting to build the people around you that you genuinely want in your life because you're going to be sifting through. You're going to find some people that you don't vibe with. That's great. You're going to find some people that you really fucking vibe with. These are the guys that you want in your court. How you find all these great people is by becoming the initiator. You have to be so fucking comfortable with it because you are the initiator now. If you become okay reaching out to people, starting conversations, starting hangouts, right? 90% of the time, you being the person to do that, you're not gonna have to do it 90% of the time. And think about this, bro. Who's the person who's initiating anyway? Who's saying, this is where we're gonna go, this is what we're gonna do? It's the social leader. Let that be you. So now that you have contacts, now that you're meeting more people every day because it's just natural for you to, you're just saying hi to people, right? You're also going out of your way to get people's contacts. You have a bunch of people you can call and text now. Start doing that. Start asking people to hang out outside of where you met them, outside of work, class, your hobby, whatever it is. Not all people are going to say yes, but a lot will. A lot more than you think, because just the same way that you've been waiting for this like cool guy to come suggest something fun to do, so is every other person, bro. You can just be that cool, fun guy. And if they give you some excuse, that's cool, bro. Move on. Try again later. Take it 100% at face value. That's exactly what they're doing. They gotta go take care of their mom today or something. Take it 100% at face value, because it's not fucking personal. At this point, start going on casual hangouts with people, right? The stuff that you're doing throughout your day anyway, just do it with someone. Hey, bro, I'm getting groceries right now. You wanna come? Boom. If you're going to get lunch, go with somebody. If you're going to get ice cream, bro, or you're going to study, right? Take somebody with you. Hang out. It makes life a lot more fun whenever you're doing it with people. So I want you to invite out 10 people and I want you to actually hang out 5 times. And the boss here, the main thing that you're gonna be battling against is extreme honesty, right? You're no longer playing games with people because, I don't know, bro. It seems like a lot of the time some people are playing this game of like, I like you, but I'm not gonna show how much that I like you because I wanna be cool, I wanna be mysterious or some shit. You gotta stop playing games like that immediately. What you're going to use to do this is extreme authenticity, right? You're going to be straight up with people. Hey, I thought that conversation with you was sick, man. Let's hang out some more sometime. I would love to come grab you a coffee. Dude, who doesn't love to hear that? That's such a fucking compliment. A part of this is getting comfortable with that leap of faith text, that leap of faith conversation, right? Because anytime you're moving a relationship from one level to another level, it takes a bit of balls, takes a bit of courage. Getting comfortable making that move, getting comfortable having that conversation where it's just second nature to you now. That is what you are mainly working on. That is why you're asking 10 different people to hang out. Because by the end of it, It's gonna be second nature. And the reward from doing this, from completing this level, is now you are going to have a friend group that you can count on. Because of the proximity effect, because of just seeing people over and over again, right? You're going to get closer because you're sharing experiences together. You're going to get to know people. You're going to get to open up to people and have people open up to you. And you're gonna start having a lot closer friendships than the guys that you just used to play fucking Destiny with, bro. Lastly, level 4 is becoming the social leader. Now the goal for this one might seem a little counterintuitive, but let me explain, bro. You are now the host. And there are 2 different types of hangouts that you can have. Now we can differentiate what you've been doing earlier, before, right? These are chills. You have this open door policy where you just invite people to hang out with normal things that you're doing throughout your day, throughout your life. But the second type of hangout that you can have is an event. And bro, events are my secret fucking sauce. This is a really easy way to invite new people into your life for one, but also to polarize people that you've already been hanging out with so that they aren't just friends, but fucking gang members. Not my gang members, bro, your gang members. So about every month or 2, you can throw an event, which is kind of like a party, but better. An event is where you are hosting, you are providing the food, the entertainment, everything, right? You are making sacrifices for these people so that they can have an amazing night. Specifically, it's a themed party with a unique idea or goal, something eye-catching that people haven't heard of. In college, I threw a minimum wage worker night where people would clock in their minimum wage attire, whether they worked at Subway or Starbucks or whatever it is, right? And we had all kinds of things themed around that. I also threw an underage drinking night. Before y'all send the FBI to my house, bro, there are no underage people drinking, but we all dressed up like children and drank out of sippy bottles. So I think it's a pretty badass event idea, to be honest. But the point is it's something that people have to have a double take with, right? And they're like, wait, they're doing what? Get creative with it, because planning this and putting it on is the fucking fun part, bro. It's incredibly rewarding to do so. It doesn't have to be super expensive either. All you need is a place. It doesn't even have to be your apartment. It can be someone else's that you know, or it can be like a public park or something, right? Somewhere that everyone can meet. You can all go do something at. And a little bit of cash for the setup, right? If you're buying drinks, if you're buying food, whatever it is. But the point is to get everyone together, speaking, having a fun time. So what I like to do is set up 3 things that happen over the course of the night, right? To kind of keep people on their toes, to kind of keep people not bored. I'll have some kind of game or some kind of thing happen to keep people's interest. And I want you to have fun, of course, but you are the host, bro. This means that you are going to be checking in throughout the night on people. You're going to see how things are going. And honestly, it depends on how rowdy you get. But your job might mostly be cleanup. Literal cleanup in the fact of like messes that people make, but also any drama that might happen, bro. Because when you get people together, right, there's bound to have like shit going on and shit happening. But it's actually really fucking rewarding to do this, because anytime that you are in a position of authority, like if you were leading some kind of group, and this is what you were doing, if you were the host, if you were having people over, you are the social lead here. Anytime that happens, it's not about being in charge. It's about taking care of the people that you lead. Because when you do this, everyone's going to be incredibly grateful. It's going to give you such a great feeling of fulfillment. One of the most beneficial things ever for your mental health, more so than exercise, more so than meditation, is just having a group of close friends. Feeling like you were taking care of a group of people. And that is what this level of leadership is all about. So your goal is to give to the people that you love, and they are going to want to give love back to you too. Your boss at this stage, at least I know it was mine, right, is discomfort with responsibility. I thought, what if something goes wrong? What if I fuck it up and the party's a mess? What if no one comes, bro? You have to be able to take that weight and say, no matter what happens, I am going to handle it. That is the mantra that has most gotten me through any amount of discomfort, especially with taking responsibility. Because think about this, bro. Your track record is perfect. With everything that's happened to you before in your life, no matter what it has been, you have handled it, and you are here now. Your reward for completing this level is having the closest relationships that you've ever had. Because if you continue throwing these events, right, you continue seeing these people that you invite to these things every day on a daily basis, because not only are you just around them because of your hobby, because now you've introduced yourself and said hi in previous levels, but you're also living life with them. Because of all these things combining, bro, you're going to have the closest relationships that you've ever had. And congratulations, bro. Once you've completed level 4, you are a fucking social leader. You have a gang of men and women around you who care for you, who have your back, who listen to your advice. But most importantly, that you can give to and level up with. Like this video or save it to a playlist so you can come back to it, write out each step. So as soon as you were finished with step 1 that you've put up, right? As soon as you were finished with level 1, you were on to level 2. It also sorts me out in the algorithm and shows it to another guy who could really use this content. And leave a comment and update the gang on your progress throughout the levels, because when you do, you're not only inspiring me, but you're inspiring every other person who's taking the step behind you. I'm grateful for you sticking around this long, bro. And I have no doubt that you are going to be changing the social landscape with me. So act now and become unstoppable.